Hello and welcome. In this video, we will learn about data types and their format specifiers in C language. Okay. Now, before I explain you what the data types are, let me give you a real life example. Alright. Now here you can see a photo of many things, correct? Now, what are the things that are in this photo? We have watermelon, we have apple, we have pineapple, we have grape, we have banana, we have berries. But all together, these are called as fruit, correct? So, this is a photo of fruit. We have different fruit in this. So collectively all these fall under the heading of fruit. And in the same way, in this photo we have different items. What do we have? We have carrot, we have beans, we have mushrooms, we have cabbage, we have brinjals, we have much or many more, correct? And all these are together called as vegetables. Alright? So this is the type. So all these together fall under the category of vegetables, or the heading for all these will be vegetables, correct? In the same way, in C language, we have different data types. Okay. So just like we had vegetables and fruit, we have different data types. And that is what we need to learn in this video. First type of data is integers. And integers contain whole numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 23, minus 434, minus 231, minus 98, minus 99, so on. All the positive numbers and negative numbers fall under the heading called as integers, or all these are integers. So the data type here is integers. Okay. Next, we have character data type. X, capital Z, capital A, small b, capital C, U, capital L, F, and so on. All these single letters fall under the category or heading called as character. So this is character data type. Okay. Next we have float data type, which contains numbers with decimal values. So 43.54, 1.4, minus 99.01, 5.631, 9.853, and so on. Okay. So floating point numbers are basically numbers with decimal values. So here it is whole numbers without any decimal values. Here it is with decimal values. Okay. Next is double data type. Basically, double data type is floating point itself, but much more accurate. Alright. So here you can see 65.00004 minus 44.09452 and so on, correct? So here in floating points, generally we can have numbers with 6 to 7 decimal values. Okay, 6 to 7 decimal values. Here we have 2, correct? We can have up to 6 to 7 decimal values. Whereas in double we can have up to 15 decimal values. Alright. So this could have been 65.000000000000000 0004. If that was the case, this would have been a double data type. Okay, so here it is up to 6 to 7 decimal values, and here it is up to 15 decimal values. So generally, while programming, we use double data type because it is accurate. Alright. Next, we have string data type. Okay, string data type, which consists of words like this. Okay, Ravi, home, India, mobile, computer, human, and so on. Okay, so it consists of words like this. Alright, and together they are called as strings. Now, one thing that you need to remember here is in character, we also have special characters or ASCII values or single digits. Okay, single digits. Everything can be stored here. Alright, it is not only English characters, we can have single digits or special characters like copyright symbol or any other symbol and ASCII values. Alright, yes. So these are the different data types. Now comes the question, why do we need to know data types? This will be answered in the next video, wherein we will learn about variables. Okay, but for now in this video I want to continue the lesson to explain you about format specifiers. Okay, so let us take few examples and learn about format specifiers. Alright, alright. Here I have 5 sentences which have blanks in it. Okay, I want to fill in the blank and print it out. Okay, so that is my task here. Now I'll go to my one compiler. I have the C loaded up and I have my main structure of a C program. Okay, this is the main structure of a C program. So here I will first type in this. Okay, so printf. Why am I using printf? Because I want to print this out. Alright, I want to print this out with the value here. With the value here. Alright, so printf, I am dash years old. Okay, I am dash years old. Now when I run this, I get an error. Now what is this error? You can see that I am missing the semicolon. So let me add that and let me run this. I get I am dash years old. Okay, so now I want to fill in this blank. I want to say I am 32 years old. Alright. Now what we do in C programming is we use something called as format specifiers. Alright. Now I am dash years old. What goes here? Age goes here, correct? 23, 44, 18 and so on. Now what are these? What are these? These are integers, correct? 18, 43, 24, 98, the age values will be integers, correct? So integer value will be going in here. Alright. So instead of using blanks in C program, we use format specifiers. Okay, so for integer we use %d. Now instead of thinking of these as format specifiers, remember them to be blank. So remember that instead of typing blank, you are typing this. Okay, so for integer we have %d. So I'll go here and instead of blank I will type in percentage D. Alright, percentage D. Now think of this as blank. Alright, blank. Now I want to add a value here. I want to replace percentage D with a value. That can be done by specifying the value at the end of this. Okay. So soon after the ending double quotes, I will have comma. So comma is required, and then I will enter the value that I need to go here, that I want to be here. Okay, I will enter the value that I want to be here. So now when I run it, you can see that I am 28 years old as result. Okay, so what has happened is this value has replaced percentage D. Alright, so this has replaced percentage D. Why did we use percentage D? Because we intended to use an integer value. As we wanted an integer value here, we used percentage D. Alright, so this is how we use format specifiers. So think of format specifiers as blanks. Okay, this is just my analogy. Format specifiers are used to tell what format of data type goes in that at that point. Okay, yes. So let us proceed further. Next, what I want to have is my weight is dash kg. Alright, so let me have that. Inside quotes, I'll say my weight is dash kg. Okay. Now when I run this, I get my weight is dash kg. Alright. So now I want something to go here. If I want an integer value, then I need to use percentage D. Okay. So I'll use percentage D, and then at the end I will have a comma, and then I will say 67. Okay. So now when I run it, I get my weight is 67 kg. Okay. Now what if my weight is 67.8 kg? So I will have 67.8 here, and now when I run it, I will get some random value. Correct? Now this is because I am using an online compiler. If you are using a software, you will get an error probably. This is because I have used a format specifier which is meant for integer. Correct? So integer, percentage D is for integer. But then I am sending in a floating point number or a decimal value. So here I am sending a decimal value, and here I am saying display an integer. So this is giving me an error. Okay. So if I want to display a decimal value, then I need to use either this or this format specifier. Okay. So let me use percentage F. So I'll use percentage F here and run the program to get 67.8000 kg. Okay. So the value that I sent was this much. It added zeros here. Alright, it added zeros by itself here. Now if you do not want this, you can remove this. Alright, you can remove this by mentioning how many values do you want after the point. Okay, after the point, how many values do you want? You want only one, correct? 8. So here after percentage, you need to use dot and then mention how many digits do you want. So I want 1, correct? I want 1 digit after the dot. So now when I run it, I get 67.8 kg as result. If I use 2, then when I run it, I will get 0.80. So 1 0 will be added by the compiler. Okay. So this is how we use percentage %f to insert a decimal value. Okay. Next, let me proceed. I am dash feet tall. Alright, I am dash feet tall. So let me delete this. I am dash feet tall. Now what do you think goes here? An integer value or a double value or a float value? It can be any, correct? It can be any. So here let me insert a, what is it? Yeah, a floating point value, decimal value. So I will say percentage %f and then comma, I will say 5.8. Alright, so this is required. Alright, this comma is required, do not forget it. I'll run it to get I am 5.8 and many zeros tall. So I want only one digit after dot, so I'll say 0.1. And now when I run it, I get I am 5.8 feet tall. Alright, so this is the format specifier for floating point data type. Okay. Next, let me proceed. My name is dash. My name is dash. So I'll delete this and I'll say my name is dash. Okay, my name is dash. Now what do you think goes there? String, correct? Names or words of English are nothing but strings. So we need to use percentage %s instead of blank. You can think of it as blank. So I'll use percentage %s and then here I'll say comma and then I'll say Ravi. Alright, I'll say Ravi. And now when I run it, I get an error. This is because strings need to be enclosed in double quotes. Okay, this is a rule across all the programming languages. So here Ravi is without double quotes and that is why you are getting this error. So let me enclose this in quotes and let me run it to get my name is Ravi. Okay. Now, generally in C program we do not create strings like this. Okay, we use arrays. We create arrays of characters and then use the string format specifier. But here in this online compiler it is working. I will talk about the method of creating strings in a later video. Alright, I do not want to confuse you right now, but just remember that this is not a way to use strings. Alright, next we come to this. My name starts from letter dash. So we'll go here, we will delete this and we'll say my name starts from letter dash. Okay, dash. Now if my name is Ravi, my name will be starting from R, correct? So what do we use there? Character. Why character? Because you know that we have only one letter in it. Okay, character have one letter in it. So R is just a letter, so we need to use %C. Okay, so here instead of blank I will use %C and then comma I will say R, capital R. Alright, now when I run it I get an error because once again characters need to be in single quotes. Okay, single quotes. So I will enclose this and I will hit run and I will get my name starts from letter R. Okay, so this is how we use format specifiers. Once we learn variables, the format specifiers will be much more clear to you. Alright, Now, can we club these two? Let us try to club these two. Okay, let us try to club these two. I am dash years old and my weight is dash kg. So let us try to club these two. So I'll delete this and here I'll say I am dash. Instead of dash, I will use percentage D. Okay, years old. And what is the second sentence? My weight is dash kg. My weight is dash kg. What can we use here? We can use floating point, correct? So instead of blank, I'm using percentage F. Okay, my weight is percentage F kg. All right. Now we have two blanks here, which needs to be filled, correct? So I'll have a comma here, and then first, what is the blank that we need to fill? Years. So I'll say 28. Okay, 28. So 28 needs to go here first. And then I need weight here. So using comma, once again, we use or we give the weight value. Alright. So let me run it and show it to you. Here you can see I am 28 years old and my weight is 0.00 kg. That is because I have mentioned this to be a floating point and I have sent integer value. So let me have 67.6. So now when I run it, I get I am 28 years old and my weight is 67.600 kg. Okay. So what has happened is, let me leave comma and make it clear. What has happened is first value has gone to this place. So first value has gone to first place and second value has gone to second place. Okay. And both the values are separated by a comma. So comma is required. So a comma is required here, a comma is required here. Alright. Yes. So I want, let us say I want or let me have 67.63. I want only two digits. So let me say 0.2 and let me run it. So I am 28 years old and my weight is 67.63 kg. Okay. So this is how you can combine the format specifiers. Alright. So I hope you have understood. I have an assignment for you. Alright. So here is the assignment. I want you to get this as output. Okay. I want you to insert a value here. I want you to insert a value here. I want you to insert a value here. Alright. So you need to use the same printf function and get me this. Alright. So pause the screen for a few seconds because I will be showing you the answer and try it out. Okay. Alright. So here is the answer. Alright. Here is the answer for this. So compare the one that you have written with this. If it is correct, then well and good. If not, then see where you have gone wrong. Alright. So that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and thank you for watching.